Yes, people. Welcome to the Avengers Doomsday reaction slash chat to discussion. Now, to anyone who's new to this channel, they're probably going through the reactions of all the people doing Avengers Doomsday. Could you Avengers Doomsday hype or looking to hate watch? Look, whatever you want to do, guys, up to you personally. But I'm here to discuss it a bit more in depth because as someone who's watched the MCU since 2008, well, again, I would say I watched Fantastic Four and the X-Men, because but I watched them before I was a bit older. Because again, obviously by that point I was like 5 years old and that, and let's be honest, even if I watched them, I probably remembered them anyway. So I also watched them when I was about around 8, so I watched all of the X-Men movies obviously at the time. Obviously, I'm a big fan of them as well. So I can give a bit of a understanding, a little bit of a review of this in a fair way. Look, this isn't gonna be a glazing session because again, I'm not glazing or overhating. I think for me, X now has become a platform where you either overglazed to get likes or overhate to get likes, or cinephiles looking to be absolute weirdos just to put June above it. You know, June is a good movie in its own right. On this channel, by the way, I'm going for I'm going to reviews as well going forward on films and stuff that I do watch. So obviously, if you want to react to review stuff, leave it comments below, and I'll sort of have a look at it for you guys. But I know this is obviously a channel that's I know people will think, well, I'm not one of many people that do this stuff now, but I'd like to sort of like go into things a bit more in depth, discuss things a little bit more, in depth on what's going on in the film, a bit more. I've got ADHD, so I like to sort of obsess over certain things. That's just how I am. With, with any form of media, be it football, be it films. That's how I am. So obviously we'll get into obviously discussing the trailer in a bit as well and the MCU as well. But I want to see what you guys think as well, because to me, I think the reactions to this trailer has been a mix of absolute overpraise and absolute overhate. Now, people who are questioning it probably fairly, they're people I've never wrong at all. If you go into this trailer not feeling a thing about it, that's perfectly fine. I think at the end of the day, right, the MCU's got a lot to prove now. Like for me, I think it's done well with this year. I think Wonder Man's was a good start this year. I thought Born Again Series 2 was definitely a lot better than the Series 1. So was it a perfect series? No, but it was definitely a lot better than what we were seeing originally, and the ending was very, very good. So Series 3 looks great, by the way. It looks very good, and I'm very excited for Series 3 next year. But that's me as a Netflix Marvel fan as well as everything else. But this is my review of now. Again, the title won't say how I really feel. It's more of a discussion as well as a reaction to the trailer. Now, I'm not going to play a trailer obviously fully because I know you can do it technically, but copyright's a bit weird, a hit and whip. So I'll probably do go through little bits pieces of what I think of it as I go along. I'll try and zoom in if I can because I know it's a bit weird with the screen. I don't know why I can't zoom into this stuff a little bit more, but you can't see how it is anyway. Is it going a bit more? I can't yeah, that's fine. Actually, yeah, see, that's fine. Cool. So I'll go through obviously frame by frame. I'll have to mute it. Obviously, I have to mute it because again, as much as I want to play this properly, I'm sure I'll probably be able to. Probably people can sort of tell I can do it. I'd rather sort of keep this channel a bit. So it's a new channel still. Obviously, I'm just trying to grow it out, but I'll give you my thoughts now. Before we get into obviously a bit more, I've been waffling a bit more already. Sorry, people, this is how the channel's going to be. If you like a waffler, carry on watching. If you don't like waffler, leave now. I get completely. For me, with the MCU recently, got up towards this movie, it's been very hit and miss. Now, again, I'm not going to go through the diatribe of discussing everything about the MCU, but a lot of other channels have done it already and got into a lot more depth than I have, and a great show as well. Yeah, at the end of the day, right, those people do great reviews, be it negative or positive, on the MCU post Endgame. I think to me, is a truth in the middle between it all, but it definitely has been the best. And I think I'm not saying this is going to be an unbelievable movie. I think people have gone a bit too far with it in terms of hating on it and be positive of it. Either way, people, this film will make more in June. Everyone's saying it won't. I'll lie themselves. But June is a great movie. I love the first two movies. I think Chalamet, Zendaya, and the cast of actors in that movie are incredible. And June 3 is, I'm sure, will be a great movie in its own right, but I can't see it outdoing and Doomsday. The fact that Doomsday is already sold out in places already, and only, what, a few hours after the trailers come out. Yeah, what about seven? About to go 7 hours. It's just trying to come out, and it's on how many views? Sorry, for I carry on, it's on 21 million views in in 7 hours, pretty much. Now, I'm sure if I refreshed it, I mean, would it play it straight away? It will, but it's fine. But it's on mute. So it should be on. Yeah, so 21.2 million views and then likes. This is what I mean, people. This is what I mean. Even if that likes ratio is quite high, this will only have to do it. This is how crazy this is, by the way. This amount of views, it's already not far Spider-Man ran a day already in 7 hours. It doesn't matter how much you hate the MCU or try and hate watch it. At the end of the day, right, the pull is still there. Nostalgia or not, and I think the pull is up. Marvel are trying. I'm not saying it's succeeding because again, they've got a lot to do to sort of undo everything. But the fact that they're understanding it and trying their best, I appreciate that a lot more. Obviously doesn't make cut for the mistakes, but again, what you can do is just move forward from mistakes. People that are trying to sort of get angry and sort of get rageful. Yeah, at the end of the day, I want to move over here so it's easy to see. There we are. I just feel for me, right? People have got to just let things go. Stop hate watching shit. If you don't want to watch the MCU, don't watch the movie. Because some people just do it for likes. And that's fine. Look, if you don't like the MCU, that's completely fine. By the way, that's fair enough. It's not everyone's taste anymore. If you're a cinephile that loves all the other stuff that June and all this, and again, by the way, as someone who's a cinephile myself, I like a lot of things. I will be honest about things, and sort of says it is. This film, as much as I'm excited for it, I know there's a lot riding on it as I'm right. I think it'll do well. I think the film will be very good when it comes out. But people are saying, "Oh, Infinity was a proper trailer." So saying, like, mate, we're comparing two different things there. Infinity War was at a point where the MCU was at its peak. It's literal the peak of peak for Endgame came out. This trailer comes out at a point where the MCU's in a weird spot. Now, I don't think it's necessarily a horrible spot right now. I think the last year definitely helped it a bit with Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four doing decently well. I do think those movies did help a little bit towards the goodwill. I'm not saying it's brought it back; it's still got a long way to go still. But when you factor in that this trailer is breaking records already, like theaters are already sold out in America already for this already, and people say, "Oh, because people hate watching it." Well, if you're going out of your way to hate watch a film at the night, then you really are, that is weird. I think what it is, right? People need to accept it, right? That nostalgia, yes, it is a massive factor. Of course it is, but you're always going to get that in these kind of movies. I just think, instead of overdoing it on the hype, overdoing it on the hate, let's just enjoy the experience. At the end of the day, right? Like it or love it, no matter what happens to this movie, it's going to be a wild ride. Now, obviously, when you look at the likes ratio compared to obviously the Infinity War trailer compared to obviously the Doomsday, well, obviously the views are a little bit different, but again, obviously that's over 275 million views in 8 years, 9 years pretty much now. Obviously, when you compare this, obviously to Doomsday, the fact that it's already got 1.6 million views, like already is crazy to me. That's crazy. But how it's got a million likes already. This will blow up. This will probably get about 100 million views probably in the next few days for sure. But again, it's remember as well, people. This is only the first trailer. I'm sure we'll get a lot more stuff as well post this. But obviously we'll get that a little bit. We'll give a little reaction. I'll sort of pause as I go along, give my thoughts on what I'm seeing. So simple enough. I know people will say you can watch the reaction, but again, I personally I've reacted to it already. Me watching it again, doing fake reactions, you're gonna tell I'm faking it. And even if I was reacting to it anyway, I'm a hype person, but I don't really like to. On camera, it's hard to really do because I feel like on camera you'll have to do a certain thing to make it look great. And I guess how reaction channels work, but with me, I like to discuss it a bit more rather than react to it. If you know what I mean. So with even going forward, sometimes you do trailers, anything like that. With me, I'll just be reacting to it, or watching it, how I normally would do a second time around. Now, if we go through, I'll try and zoom in a little bit so you can sort of see it a bit closely. So we'll start off. We'll start off the trailer. So we'll start off if obviously the X Men, obviously the X Men, Charlotte Xavier's mansion, the school. Obviously, you'll hear the voices, obviously, of Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr., which, by the way, sounds very good. By the way, something's coming. So stop it. Right. So this bit here, well, I got to this. The leaks. I've seen them now. Spoiled it for me? No, because again, like it's. I think in itself, right, the movie. But that was spoilers, right? Not everything's 100% accurate. I think between now and December 18th, there will be a few changes. I'm sure between now and then. This is what have happened in the story. Now, I read the leaks more out of curiosity. Now, it's not spoiled to me. I kind of knew it was in the film anyway, how it was going to end anyway, to be honest with you, so it's kind of more confirmed what I thought. I won't discuss it on air. Again, people who watched my reaction and haven't seen the leaks, don't look at them personally. I'd rather you guys watched it, fresh. And believe me, I've read them. I don't feel like I've spoiled it for me anyway. I've still probably enjoyed the film anyway and be shocked by what happens anyway in the movie. So that's why I look at it. But back to this. Now, from what's been discussed, this obviously looks like an incursion into the apparently it's the Sam Raimi verse. Now again, that could be true, it could be false. But if it is, and what we're hearing of who's going to be in it, maybe Deadpool, Wolverine. I mean, great. I mean, this is people forget about this trailer, right? This 2.5 minutes of trailer, by the way, is nothing. Yeah, you see bits of film, but it's not you see much of it at all. You've probably seen a little smidgen of the film, if anything else. You've seen a bits and pieces of it. You haven't seen the full go of it. It's just so much more to obviously explore probably. And I imagine Comic Con on Saturday will probably give a bit more. And again, if you want me to react to come out of that, let me know. Obviously, the comments below. Yeah, I'm not about this to blow up. I know obviously it's a new channel. It's got to give it out the algorithm. But if you do see it, smash the likes. Obviously, if you're on the way in, I do appreciate any support that comes my way. But back to the reaction. More glazing on my own channel or whatever I can later on. But yeah, so obviously, Charlotte Xavier, obviously watching the incursion. We'll carry on a little bit longer, the next 10 seconds. So obviously, he's blinding himself. Obviously, it's all about the incursions, obviously, that's going on, obviously. And there, of course, it's the first look at Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. Now, for me, it's great. Obviously, we've kind of seen a little bit, we haven't seen the whole thing up close, obviously, but we've seen a great look at it. It looks fantastic, the suit. And again, the voice, well, I know it's not. People could go about all the time. They nitpick so many things about the trailer because they want to be hating on Marvel. And if that's what you want to do, waste time doing, crack on. But for me, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and feelings. Now, was I surprised that it was Downey doing this movie? Yes, I was surprised. And did I think it was a cash grab? Possibly I did. But again, I'm not someone that's going to hate on stuff for the sake of it. As for me, right, what is the point of doing that? Like, people are commenting, why is it still better than Doomsday trailer in the Infinity War? At the end of the day, right, someone said perfectly, it was build up. And that's the thing. And this is the problem, right? Because people were like, for me, right, want to hate this film. I think it's going to be a very good film. But like people have said, I think the issue is, right, people haven't had the build up to this character. I think that's the issue. Now, I get what Marvel's trying to do. They're trying to sort of fix the massive break that they've done. Obviously, you can't reverse what you've done, but obviously what you can do is just try and fix it where you can and make it a better movie. Now, I think the visuals of this movie look great, by the way. They're like, oh, it looks crap here and there. It's a trailer. It's not done. This film is nowhere near done, by the way. I'm sure they're probably working on it up towards it December time. Like this film, I'm sure will probably be worked on thoroughly in a good way by all the artists and VFX artists, obviously, that have recorded it. I'm sure there'll probably more scenes being recorded as well, and post up as well. But when you look at the visuals of this movie already, before it's even been like sort of cleaned a bit more up, it looks a bit more visually better. It looks great. I mean, the visuals of his mask and the armor is brilliant. Now people were like, oh, but I'll try to argue this differently, but look, it's my opinion, people. If you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. Just click on video. I think what we're going to do is stop worrying about what other people think of the trailer. If you like the trailer, brilliant. If you don't like it, fair enough. That's how it should be. Opinion shouldn't be forced to go one way because you don't like it. That's me personally. I don't get overhating overpraise. It's runs it weird. I find it weird personally, but we'll carry on a little bit. We'll obviously carry on and discuss it more in depth. So let's go. Yeah, so obviously this is the mask. Is very, very good. I'll carry on sort of commentating as I go along. Marvel logo, of course, as always, it's good to see it up close. We've obviously got the Avengers Tower, which is a bit weird. We've got the Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four and Four, ironically. You got Bucky, Cap, and the Avengers of some kind. Now, I'll be real with you, right? People comment on this scene, right, how it looks. Now, I get it. It does look a little bit whatever, but you got to factor in, right? We have no idea who's been cut out of this scene and how it's going to look in the movie. People always assume how things look in the trailer, how it will look in the film. At this point, people, if you don't actually watch films enough, you won't know exactly how these films look. Look at Deadpool and Wolverine. There were some things in that trailer that looked great, but weren't actually in the final film. Like, things will be cut, things will be changed before the final film anyway. Now, again, does it look weird? Possibly. If you look at some of the way everyone's positioned, but it might be different. It might be different when we get to watching the film in December. Look, I get it, right? I get people want to sort of overhate it, want to be critical of it, but I just think, look, it's the first trailer we've seen of this movie. Let's just chill a bit. Let's see how it will look in a few months' time. People are going to argue saying, "Oh, but it's this money." If you're still arguing and getting angry, no matter what I say to you, you're going to hate what I say anyway. That's what I always find of it. But for me, look, it looks fine for a first trailer. I'm sure it'll be a lot more updated. But again, back on sort of the comments that you've got four, obviously, chatting obviously to the Avengers, you've got obviously Ant-Man, you've got obviously Cap, Bucky. Oh, hold on. Obviously got the new Avengers, as they call them. Obviously got the F4 there as well. Which I imagine they've probably cut. I mean, if you look at the gap here and the gap there, it doesn't look like it doesn't look like there's people missing from this scene. I imagine we'll probably sort of see that at some point. But looking at it at the moment, I imagine there's a reason why this scene is probably a bit the way it is. So what I'm saying, people, is let's just chill a bit. Marvel were known, so other films are known for cutting out certain characters so that they appear in the movie in a different way. There's probably a reason why this scene's been cut the way it's been. I'm sure we'll find out at some point. And they died. Says 4. Namor looks great, by the way. Looks brilliant. There's Shuri. No, I've apparently, but is it Black Panther 3? Apparently, is going to be a new Black Panther? It's the son apparently is going to come the king. So, I mean, I'm intrigued to see how to work that in the third movie when it comes out. But yeah, there's obviously the characters. Obviously, there's Wakanda versus Talokan. You got 4 landing in some battle world. I think probably you got Stormbreaker against Doctor Doom, which was awesome by the way. That shot. The next mansion, you got Cyclops. It's absolutely brilliant. Look at that. As a massive X-Men fan myself, right? As a massive X-Men fan, right? Who's watched the original films, obviously, that loves that spandex joke about the yellow spandex and that. I know it's not the full thing, but like when you look at how he looks, this is brilliant. It's so nice seeing the characters the way they are. Like we've been asking for Wolverine to look like the yellow suit. Looks brilliant. Well, also Cyclops look like Cyclops. We've asked Mystique look like Mystique. It's like I'm so excited to see what it's going to look like in the final cut. Again, for me, I get excited about things. I'm excited. I'm not negative or girl. I don't like it. You don't have to hate it if you're not a Marvel fan. That's perfectly fine. You do you. Again, I'm looking forward to Batman when it comes out. I'm looking forward to other films that come out. I am a cinema fan. Films like this are great for cinema because they get everyone to the theatre, it gets it packed out. It's what we want to see. Is that everyone's cup of tea? No, but people nowadays hate for no reason a lot nowadays. So I'm just some of you in the chat probably going to be. I'm going to enjoy this a lot more. I'm going to enjoy this, but I'm not going to get angry or know that it isn't going the negative mindset. I will just discuss these films in the way that it should be discussed personally. The Cyclops, you got obviously now this fight between Gambit and Shang-Chi looks absolutely brilliant. The visuals, the close-ups, looks beautiful, man. Again, people are like, oh, this trailer looks awful. It's a visual trailer. Like, again, could have been a bit more story. Of course, it could have been, sure. But the reality is, right, Endgame was the exact same. We had no idea what Endgame would be like. But obviously, we knew about them go back trying to save people, but no one how we're going to do it. I think at the end of the day, right, yes, you've read the leaks, you want to know what's going on, but the reality is we won't know probably more about what's going on in the trailer until we watch the next trailer when it comes out, probably after the encore, in December. I think for me, we'll know more about this movie and trailers after the encore. I just think what we've got to do is for now is enjoy what we're seeing at the moment. TVA got Loki there. We got Loki. I wonder what that will be. Got Shuri there. Shuri obviously in the Fantastic Four. Got Yelena fighting Mystique, who is absolutely fantastic. But people complain about how she looks. At the end of the day, people, we got to stop overanalyzing everything. We don't know how this is going to look, and I think for me, it looks great. I'm not going to sit here and people like to critique so much now. They say, "Oh, I don't feel anything here." Again, we'll get onto that in a bit. By the way, that old tweet that's going around, getting a load of likes everywhere. Because again, I've got more to say on that anyway. I've got more to say on that. So we've got Mystique thing as Elena, which was awesome. You've got obviously Xavier and Magneto, obviously, which is again cool. But again, as we said before, we've got Cassie and Scott. We've got hugs there. We've got some character looks as well and little shots of the film. Gamma looks great. Cyclops' eyes. You've got the power of Sue, Namor, and this bit with Thor, by the way. Wow. Looks beautiful, man. It looks beautiful. People must be critical, but again, Doom is powerful, man. He's more powerful than Thanos, by the way. He's a powerful guy. This is what he would do against someone like a Thor. It's not, again, people are like, oh, Thor's all he's beating up. No, it's just, again, like, people, overanalyzing everything now. I mean, this is what I mean, like, if I did a reaction right on this channel to all the tweets on X, right, I would probably be in an absolute, I'll probably be doing this for about 4 or 5 hours, obviously, of constant stuff. But I mean, it's just, I've also thought, right, if you're a fan of this trailer, ignore X. Just if I were you, right, get off X, stay off it. Like, just enjoy the stuff when it comes out, enjoy it, right? Because X is now an app now about being negative. Now, want to be positive. That's just how I see it. But carry on. Hold on. So it's Doom hopping from Mjolnir. Look, great shot, and the mask as well. Look at the eyes as well in the mask, man. Looks so good. We're going to need. There we go. And there's Mjolnir. There's Thor when he meets Cap. Is that possible? Now the question is, so obviously there's Steve there. Now the question is this just people are like, oh, this is Steve from thing. I have a funny feeling that there's something going on with this because the way that Steve looks, right? I mean, it's cool seeing him back, don't be wrong, it's great, but I feel like there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. Now, of course, you got the old, and I'll go back to the scene itself, right? This bit here, right? For me, I've seen the tweets, I've seen the likes, 40k likes, 80k likes on saying, "Oh, I don't feel anything about this anymore." Cool, that's fine. If you don't feel it, that's perfectly fine. But if people like it, that's fine, right? What's the issue? Because look, people have their opinions. Fair enough. So some are gonna hate on this straight away and never stop hating on it. And if you want to do that, it's up to you. But for me personally, what I feel about the scene, I liked it. Again, I don't know the context of the story yet. I feel like this would probably be better when we actually know the scene a bit more. For me, watching the film, you probably get the feeling of it a little bit more because you're on going to that movie with a fresh perspective, looking to enjoy what comes next and what's going to happen in the movie. Because honestly, it's very easy to just get so bogged down and so worry about negativity and that kind of stuff. But I just think it's best to just chill on that kind of stuff. Let's just see what happens. With the stuff to come. Now, for a trailer, people say it's a long trailer. It's more of a teaser trailer. I think it's like a 2.5 minute teaser trailer. Like a lot of cool fight scenes, a lot of cool visual shots, obviously of Doom and that. And it's again, it's a bit about Courage, it's a bit about the X-Men, but it's not really a full-on story sort of. And to be fair, it's gonna be like people might say, oh, but Infinity War Endgame had more of a story. That's fair enough, but it's a different time now, and trailers back then are different to how the trailers are now. So maybe what we got to do is give it a chance. Let's see what happens. Obviously, when it comes out, I'm excited to see what happens next. Obviously, and yeah, man, I'm excited to see what happens with this movie. Because there's so much to sort of look forward to, so much to expect, and obviously, Avengers Doomsday, that kind of stuff. And I mean, it looks great. People must say differently, but that's how I thought about it. Obviously, Vision. People largely right. The reactions on X to this film, right? Yeah, it's been crazy. People so negative, so harsh, so whatever. And look, if that's how you feel, then fair enough. But I personally just think, for me, right, let's just see what happens. I feel like Comic Con will probably be a bit more in depth, obviously, on the film. Now, obviously, Brand New Day's obviously coming out next week. I'll be there to watch that when it comes out. I'll do a review on that as well when it comes out. Obviously, if you want me to sort of do a proper review of the Avengers Doomsday a bit more in depth, I will do that as well, which should be good. Now, I know obviously this is edited as it's more of just more of a long half an hour spiel at you about what I think of Avengers Doomsday trailer. Again, I've did a little reaction, but more of a discussion reaction on different scenes. Again, it's not really much to go off on, really. I mean, I know people will say it's 2.5 minutes, but it's not really a lot to go off on per se. Like, there's still a lot going on in that trailer that there's still questions going on about what's going on there. So I feel like what we've got to do is just, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's enjoy the ride. Let's enjoy what's going to happen with this film when it comes out on December 18th. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. Let's see how this film's going to go. Before that, obviously, Brand New Day. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for Brand New Day anyway, that's for sure. That's going to be a very good movie, I think. Also, I saw the Odyssey on Saturday, and the Odyssey is incredible movie. Incredible film. One of the best films that I've watched a good couple of years. I think it's probably since Oppenheimer. I think because honestly, I love Oppenheimer too. Oppenheimer was great, and I'm a big Nolan fan. So to watch that movie, and obviously I'm watching it at the BFI in a couple of months, which is very exciting. But yeah, man, what a film the Odyssey was. Sensational. Again, if you want me to do in reviews and reactions to trailers or films, comment below on the video. Subscribe if you're new as well. Leave a like on the video as well on your way out, on your way in, depending obviously when you do the video. And yeah, guys, I'll see you soon for more Marvel content, film content, and more to come soon for sure. More to come soon. But so guys, take care. Yeah, bring on.